Hey people, injured here for every 3. Garvus Ice Gate, blue team. It's E1 as an Inquisitor offensive hero with awesome control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons alongside. Asterix is an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. This is the Blood Angels elite scheme, and a Death Company Apothecary alongside here. Jim Beam as a Plague Champion starts off range combat with a damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. This is the awesome Death Guard elite scheme. Red team then, DEADPOOL is a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Alongside the Tenso as a big old Hive Tyrant, very durable commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. And rounded off the teams, it's, I don't know how to pass this name. We'll say S.W.A.G, I guess? Your S.W.A.G. As a Warlock, a melee hero that can leap into combat with some powerful spells, giving support, disruption and offense. Just saw him jump on some poor guardsman over there. Where's the Inquisitor at? Capping. Could have been up front using Hammer of the Witches there, I think. Double Hormagaunts for the Tenso. Apothecary right out in front. Usually you'd see the Hive Tyrant going after the Marines, but the Marines are moving pretty quickly. Our shotguns are the way. Shotguns are up. There's a shotgun blast. Might have been able to wait a second or so longer to try and get both of those squads in that suppression, but would have been risky. Needs to be careful with his own Hormagaunts. Needs to be careful with these Marines, does Asterix. Dropping one. Gonna drop another. Might drop the entire squad here, first engagement. I think this guy's gonna get away, 53 hit points. A rough first fight though for Asterix, and now he can decap the VP, maybe even get onto these central points. The Tenso. Warlock has gone down. Banshees need to run away. Dire Avengers need to run away. Good opening engagement over here for the Imperial Guard. Banshees trying to move back in. Big mistake. What are they up to? There they go, run away. They have the aspect of fleetness. Not perhaps what you'd expect against Imperial Guard on this side, although I guess he's also fighting Space Marines at some point. Looks like Jim Beam has pushed up this west side, although dropped his first Heretic squad, but now has 2 more to get stuck into this Force Commander. He can be a menace to Heretic squads with his Battlecry specials. Sending them flying all over the place. Has capped the middle up here, Tenso. Asterix a little bit slow to get back out of base. I guess he had to reinforce 2 Marines. Does have Purification Vials though. Could be real bad news for Hormagaunts coming in. Tenso will have to try to keep them separated. Send them after separate distant targets if he can. He does have a Warrior Brood up. I'd say get that Barb Strangler going. I know you want melee synapse for your double Hormagaunts, but maybe see if the Hormagaunts actually survive to tier 2 first, and then you can drop some more warriors in. I think the Barb Strangler would be great against the double tactical Marines that Asterix has, although Tenso can't see that second squad. We do have a Barb Strangler up, in fact. There is the Vials. I thought that was a bit of an early throw, but Tenso kind of ran into it there. One of the Hormagaunts is off. Both of them are off. Warrior Brood is off there. Some E1 coming in with some support. Now the Hive Tyrant is alone and should be dealt with here. Special attack still hits the Apothecary, but the Hive Tyrant does run away. Is that a turret? It is. Heavy bolter turret, which will suppress infantry targets if they get shot at long enough. Double grenade launcher heretics. I can't underestimate the damage of those things. Wow, look at that. Disintegrated some devastators. Yeah, these things hurt a lot. That's AoE damage. Grenade launcher DPS from each grenade launcher, right? And there's what, 4 in each squad? That can chunk you down, as you just saw. They've also got auto guns on the other models, which aren't terrible. Some piercing damage there. We do have a Force Commander with Chainsword and Storm Shield. Gives him defend and a little bit more melee DPS. Loses his sidearm though, obviously. And Artificer. A little bit of support there from Asterix helping get DEADPOOL off the field. I think Jim Beam would have been okay there. Maybe Asterix should have pushed through the mid. 4-4-2, 4-8-4 on the VPs. The Sentinel does have the ground pound. Warlock is still down over here. Has double guarded weapon teams on the way. One's already moving towards the east side. Heavy weapon squad here for E1. You'd have thought E1 would have got Catachans or Spotters up, because 99% of the time an Eldar player is going to get a guarding weapon team up, especially against Imperial Guard. Now a 2v1 on the west side against Jim Beam, but does have that turret there, and also the Bile Spewer, awesome weapon. Look at that, there's that Bilious Discharge. What is the slowdown? It's a hell of a lot of slowdown on that Bilious Discharge. And it also stacks, I think, with the passive movement speed debuff of the Bile Spewer. So you can basically lock a target down completely if you do Bilious Discharge and then just shoot at it. As we see, the Hive Tyrant has got in. He's got Rending Talons and the Bioplasma. He will mash down that turret. Turrets can't shoot at things in melee range. More Devastators here for Deadpool. Apothecary came across, I guess, in time. Gonna lose a turret, but it means that Deadpool can't just waltz through and bash power at least. What is this? A drop pod, I guess. Yep. Tactical Marines hitting the field. They're out of the drop pod, and now those Devastators can reinforce off that pod. Black Grenades. We have Black Grenades and Purification Vials, and that was straight on your allied scouts. LOL indeed. He can't resist. He can't resist the Plague Champion. Wants to spread Nurgle's gifts, even to allies. 377, 484, 2-1 cap for the red team as players start to think about tier 2. In fact, Tenso, S.W.A.G and Asterix already going tier 2. Oh hey, E1 got more heavy weapon squad and a spotter up. Big old tier 1 over there for the Imperial Guard, bringing the numbers to bear. Spotters can now maybe shut down this bunker. These guys have flamers trying to get close. And there's that smoke shell from the spotters, and there's the flamers doing massive amounts of damage to units in garrisons or just in cover. In fact, this might be a destroyed shuriken here. Maybe a stomp might have done it. A stomp may have finished them off if he timed it well enough, but as it stands, they get away. 365, 483. Banshee's isolated. Can't really do a whole lot here with the Sentinel threatening the stomp. Tyranids is going east side though. We do have Homagons upgraded with adrenal glands, which makes them much happier when they bite your kneecaps. And Termagants unupgraded. Sad Termagants. These guys getting in. Bad place to be for a guardsman. These guys need to turn around. Sentinel could buy them time with a stomp, but they're not turning. They're now shooting at the Hive Tyrant, in fact, and there's some Eldar coming. We just need to get out of here at E1. You need to get out. You need to realise when you're in too deep. And he is getting out there. Inquisitor staying in play as long as she can. Nice spotter shell there. Sentinel still in play. And well done, E1. Held them up as long as he could. Got out safely. And still has some stuff in play over here. West side, we have a fully kitted out blue generator farm there from Jim Beam. Lots of pressure on Deadpool. The turret really helped out a lot early on, and then he was able to hold the power still, get a lot of momentum from that. Zone Thrope on the way. Deadpool looking kind of depleted with Devastators and double Tactical Marines. Although Jim Beam doesn't have a whole lot more. And went tier 2 kind of late as well. Look at that, he's still got tons of resources. Took his time getting that tier 2 going. In fact, Deadpool gets there first and gets a Devastator Plasma Cannon up. Big timing error by Jim Beam could let Deadpool back into it on that west side. Bashing power though is Jim Beam. That could be another Devastator squad. These heretics with grenade launchers are not messing around. I think they deserve aspiring champions, so they don't get one-shotted by plasma cannons. That's a dead shuriken, and that's a nice Purification Vial throw. Might help finish off those Banshees. Is he shooting at them? Hard to tell. Don't think it was. I think it... Oh, yes, down they go. Stone Guard veterans were shooting at them because you saw the Hellfire rounds crap coming off them, as you see on those Termagants over there. Stone Guard veterans are first company tactical marines that can change their ammo to fight all targets pretty damn well. Their Hellfire rounds used to do damage over time to light infantry and enemy hero types. Double Zone Throats for Tenso. Noxious Cloud going off. There's that first zone throw. Looks like Tenso might be trying to split here. Warrior Brood in retreat. He's lost one of his Hormagaunts. Here's the other one. Taking a plasma cannon shot in the mid from Asterix's plasma cannon. Jim Beam, though, dropping his CSM. What happened? I see bodies all over the place around here. Not sure what happened, though. Meanwhile, blue team pushing through the east side, and Inferno Pistol is in play. Wraithguard on the field now. Another very popular choice against Imperial Guard, but S.W.A.G looking kind of depleted here. The Star Avengers, a single Guardian Weapon team, and Wraithguard. The Warlock is down again. Wraithguard just kind of running into trouble. The Inquisitor was right there. Kind of just ran into melee range. 347 to 413, 2-1 cap for the blue team. Jim Beam going tier 3. Big risk. Deadpool able to take this power. Look at this. Seems like he's wary of pushing forward anymore, though. Should have got onto this power. Definitely not really realizing, I think, how thin Jim Beam's roster is. Just double heretics. Those heretics have been like the most dangerous fellas in this game, though, so far. 347, 395 on the VPs. Autocannon doing work, taking out some Hormagaunts with the help of these Marines and Stern Guard veterans here. Gonna get a revive though. And a level, yep, a level for the Hive Tyrant. He's level 3 now. Inquisitor's being a menace, trying to get those zone throats with that Inferno Pistol. 43.48 Melter DPS. Melter being effective against all targets, but they tend to be shorter range weapons. And now she goes. Pretty good sync kill, just eviscerated by the Hive Tyrant there. What are you up to, Apothecary? Level 4. Steal with those vials. Takes out that Shuriken. Been quite aggressive with this Apothecary. Done quite well too, Asterix. He's tier 3. Jim Beam still on this west side. Deadpool really giving him a break here. Should be pushing much harder, I think. He's got to be pushing way more than this. Tried to throw his black grenade, but got shot by a plasma cannon, which will stop you. Where's that Force Commander at? He's in the middle. Not sure if the Inquisitor's going to get revived over here. They bash power, they decap though. So a lot of good work done by the blue team on the east side. VPs are pretty close. We have a medical bunker over here now, giving some health regen to all these fellas. That's that green hexagon, and allows them to reinforce off it. And I assume that health regen stacks with the Apothecary's passive health regen. But I don't know for sure. Can red team get it together on this east side here? S.W.A.G with double Wraithguard, which will certainly do some work for you, but has to rely on the Tyranid army to protect them. Warlock can't do it all. There's a warp throw though, and has the Witchblade of Kurnus. Also Cannon's doing some work. Bioplasma's going to go in. Didn't do a whole lot really. Needs to be careful. These Tyranids are a bit too close to these stairs here. And now Guardsman pushing forward. The Inquisitor leading the line. Zone Thrope's under threat. Hive Tyrant gets out of there. I think the red team are going to be pushed off pretty easily again here. Opened it up well with some Warlock shenanigans, but then kind of capitulated pretty fast. Wraithguard need to be in there getting volleys to open up the fight, I feel like. Blue team could bash again and cap it up and all that good stuff. What's going on mid? Oh, we have the Terminator Force Commander. And a great unclean one on the way for Jim Beam. Who needs units? Just go double heretic straight into great unclean one. Looks like the Force Commander is going to get on that VP over there maybe. This is still all red. This plasma cannon is going to be taught some manners by the Force Commander, I think. Oh, he's got Battle Cry active. Plasma cannon gets away, and now the Force Commander's in trouble. Oh, look. Anointed Power Axe for the Apothecary. Armor of the Apothecarian as well. He is ready to get in there. Almost 1,000 hit points on this guy. Tyrant Guard, a pretty late Tyrant Guard for the Tenso. Usually you see these guys come out early tier 2 to have that impact. Level 3 Hive Tyrant, of course, has the awesome anti-vehicle option of his own Venom Cannon. So if big tier 3 vehicles start to hit the field for E1, he can go for that. He's still got double zone throats too. Auto cannons doing their thing. Maybe it's time to go mid, Mr. Tenso. What's this? It's a blob of Marines eating a plasma cannon shot. Brother fights brother. There's that advanced healing. You should be tying up this plasma cannon, Mr. Apothecary, surely. What are you up to? Don't out-heal the plasma cannon, just go and whack it. He's still not going after it. It looks like the S.T.A.N.KoM veterans are going to be forcing melee combat. Bizarre. 347 to 203. Apothecary did not want to get stuck in. Here he comes though. Going after those Marines now. No, he's throwing his thing. Hit something. There we go. Smack. Oh, I didn't die. Here's some assault terminators now for DEADPOOL. Just in time too, because that's a great and clean one for Jim Beam. Time for them to get their lightning claws up, I think, and go to town on this big guy. Heavy Flamer Terminator Force Command is an interesting one. Do very well against those heretics, that's for sure. These Terminators taking a lot of damage here. There's Cleansing Flame on the heretics, trying to worship and stuff, but need to run away. There we go. This is oh, it's a Plague Champion. Can you get a decap? He can. Might be time to get your Plague Fist going, buddy. 347 166. Although the Bile Spirit is a great tool to use against those late game, very super elite melee squads. If you can get that Bilious Discharge right, that is. Forces the Terminators to get a whole bunch of damage or use their teleport. Uncapped east side. In fact, the Warlock is taking it. I guess the red team pushed through here pretty effectively while I was looking at the west side. And back over to the west side. See the Great and Clean one doing his thing. See that passive damage he has, proccing every, I think it's 3 seconds or something on that Force Commander. Heretics capping. They do have an aspiring champion. Good for you, fellas. What about you? Yes, you do. Are you going to buy any more units, Mr. Jim Beam? Get some CSM up. Look how much requisition. Over 1,000. Buy some generators too. There's some over here to buy. Although, kind of getting bashed right now. That is the, hey, give me some vision artillery spotter shell, I think. And that's the hey, get blown up shell. Tyrant Guard in shield wall mode. Giving him vehicle armor and some tasty health regen. He's ready to go now. And he might have made a difference when they push through. Might have been a shrewd choice there, Tenso. Got a Carnifex on the way. I say get Thorn back. Just charge him in there. See a Council from S.W.A.G is a strange one. Maybe he wants to do some flanking, speedy flanks on those zone thropes. Some Nurgle Shrines coming up on the west side. Bit of an odd choice. It's not like the Terminators are going to get suppressed by those things. But hey, he'll be able to reinforce his heretics a lot, I guess. 308 157. Tyranids not really wanting to advance, want to hold their position. Nothing wrong with that at this stage in the game. Terminators with Cyclone Missile Launcher on Asterix's army. Hive Tyrant coming in, trying to tie something up. Might be a bit too far ahead of his army. He's going to meet 2 players here, the Tenso, I think. Where is S.W.A.G? There's a double Wraith Guard. They're moving slowly towards the front lines. Tyrant Guard getting stuck into the Terminators. We have Banshees on the S.T.A.N. Guard veterans, but that's an Eldritch Storm. How did it do? Not bad. S.T.A.N. Guard veterans just tanking it out. Whoa, where are they healing from? Is the Apothecary in here? Oh, he's right there. Lost sight of him for a second. He must have been using advanced healing. See a Council getting in and taking him down. These guys pretty damn effective in melee combat with power melee weapons who will tear apart these Terminators, that's for sure. But, and they shall know no fear from these S.T.A.N. Guard veterans knocking them over. Could be dicey here for these Terminators. But I need to teleport away. Did it even have their teleport? Look at the damage that the Seer Council is doing. Gonna lose them. Gonna lose them. Down go those Terminators. Well done, S.W.A.G. I was questioning why the hell he got Seer Council up. Well, there you go. Send them in on any kind of heavy armor. They're gonna do some work for you. Las Cannon turret up for Jim Beam. Assault Terminators are taking big shots, but now they're in melee with it. Look at this. Some Chaos Terminators now. The Great and Clean one has gone down, by the way. I completely missed that. Sorry, big fella. 239 to 157. Now some Wraith Guard coming to the west side from S.W.A.G. Assault Terminators have really turned it around on this side for Deadpool. Jim Beam hasn't really dealt with them at all. Could be getting up some CSM with Markov Zinch here to shoot them down, but isn't. Getting some Chaos Terminators instead. Should get the Lightning Claws up, you would think. Although there is a tank to deal with now. I say it's still worth to get Lightning Claws. The Plague Champion now has the Armor of Pestilence. Slowing down those Terminators with the Biospewer. Apothecary coming in with his Power Axe doing some work now. There's the Hive. Tyrant has the Bonded Exoskeleton 213. 157. East side is red. Middle is all uncapped. Game's starting to open up, starting to break down here. Assault Terminators do get away. CSM teleporting out, but pouring that combi bolter fire on the Hive Tyrant there. Might take him down. They will if he's not careful. I don't think the Plague Champion can finish him off there. If he had his default bolter, he might have. Venom Cannon Carnifex it is for the Tenso. Asterix with a Land Raider Edema on the way. Jim Beam needs to purchase some stuff. Only has Heretics and Chaos Terminators. He's really hurting for power income now. But needs to get some CSM up or something, surely. 183, 157. It's so tempting when you are in tier 3 to get those late game units up. Even if you can't afford them, you want to kind of save up for them. But in this instance, I think you need to recover your roster a bit. As a top priority, get some CSM. Baneblade on the field by E1. Demolisher Cannon. Hit one of... Oh, hit the Warlock. I thought it hit one of the Seer Council. He got up though. He's level 3 with Cloak of Shadows. Which is a pretty powerful ability to use alongside Banshees and Seer Council. Seer Council already have that 15% range damage resistance which they impart on surrounding allies too. Need to be relatively close for it though. Auto cannon it is then for the Chaos Terminators. Jim Beam getting some Bloodletters up, a decent choice. Will fight the Assault Terminators pretty well actually with a little bit of support. Certainly tear through the Stern Guard veterans. And also the Terminator Force Commander will take some pain. Land Raider Redeemer is almost on the field. Bloodletters are on the field. Baneblade under assault by a bunch of power melee. Not too worried about that. And now they're running away. Zone Throbes do have that focused warp blast thing, which does a big chunk of damage to vehicles. Doesn't slow them down these days, but still pretty nice to have. Land Raider Redeemer is up. Acts as a mobile base for Space Marines and their allies. Can retreat back to it, reinforce off it, get inside it, all sorts of good stuff. There's a bunch of guns as well. Hive Tyrant. Oh look, he's switching to that Venom Cannon. It's now been kind of redesigned as a much more focused anti-large target weapon. Doesn't really hit infantry at all these days. It doesn't have the little bit of splash around it that it used to have, which helped it hit infantry. There's an orbital. Looks like it's going to be a pretty damn good one too, and those guys are not retreating, so they're going to take full damage off this. Down goes the bunker too. Did they survive? I can't believe they survived. Didn't survive for long, but they survived it. Hell Fury Strike, well done by E1. Gets the Tyranids off the field in numbers. Wraith Guard also retreated off. Red team have capped the east side. Tyrant Guard is going to go down here, I think. That multi-melter from the Land Raider taking big chunks off that guy. You get 50 red for a Tyrant Guard. Tyrant formation now. Everything kind of ducked inside into the Land Raider. Didn't do a whole lot. Brood Nest allowing this stuff to reinforce, of course. Great global from the Hive Tyrant. 164.95. West side. Jim Beam getting pushed back. Has some more heretics up. Still really struggling for power. This just got bashed, I guess. Bloodletters are still in play. Need to be careful with these fellas. Noxious Cloud doing some work. It does heavy melee damage, I think. So you can do bits of damage to vehicles with it. Forcing off Deadpool, and has a long retreat, so it's going to be off the field for a while. Jim Beam might want to go mid and start putting pressure on that VP over there. 2-to-1 cap for red. 139.95. Predator tank for Deadpool, his second. Look how much resources Asterix has. Doesn't have the population to get anything on the field though. Double plasma cannons. Where's the other one? Oh, it's over there. I'm not even shooting this Capillary Tower down. Oh, rocket run. Not sure what else it did, but almost took out an allied Apothecary. What are you doing, buddy? Get out of here. There we go. Can retreat back to the Land Raider now. No, red team still have it. Blue team have a lot of stuff over there, but they don't have the VP. That's what counts. Fire Prism on the way now for S.W.A.G. More Bloodletters for Jim Beam. Gonna teleport somewhere. Just over there. Found a Force Commander. Can they win this fight? Yeah, we're doing way more damage, but the Force Commander has a lot of health. I'm not sure you want to do that, Mr. Force Commander. I guess those guys had a worship there. He wasn't going to do a whole lot to them. Tank shooting up some heretics. Easy pickings. Autocannon doing some serious damage to that tank there, as you can see. Bloodletters here teleporting onto the tactical marines. What's going on east side though? Blue team are running out of time. That's what's going on. Double cap here for red. Lag for Deadpool. Carnifex getting a good bioplasma. Needs to be careful though. I think the blue team are going to run out of time. They have the 2-to-1, but it's not enough. They have the single cap, I should say. 2-to-1 against them. And red team have it. Red team have it. Even with the Land Raider up here, the blue team could not push. Those zone throws did some serious work. Both level 4. Fire Prism just came out to stop them capping, even if they did get close enough. And the Hive Tyrant used smartly, getting the Venom Cannon late game. Level 4 Carnifex too must have done a lot of work. Yeah, E1 kind of capitulated, it looks like. Lost the Bane Blade. And didn't have time to get Lehman Russes and stuff up. That is very loud. Let's go to the west side. See what these heroes have been doing. Level 5 Inquisitor. Had the Inferno Pistol. I think she had Mandate as well. Level 8 Apothecary. Did really well. Level 4 Plague Champion. Jim Beam had a strange game on the west side. Started off really strong. Lost some stuff. Hard teched. And then, like, really waited a while before getting stuff on the field. But I guess he wanted Bloodletters up. With a Terminator Force Commander, level 7 Hive Tyrant, and a level 3 Warlock, who struggled early game, but kind of stabilized with the Wraith Guard. And once the Seer Council hit the field, he was pretty damn dangerous. But there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.